being hit by it's
Is this thing on?
It's like, here's Long Island, here's a storm.
Storm chat. Let's cut off
So we're
storm
really
chat.
getting
Continue.
all the waves.
Hi everyone, welcome to Storm Chat.
Hurricane
Storm is
Erin,
big news on the East Coast.
which is
We get
funny
storm-
because my sister's ex-husband's whore, his name is Erin.
And
Yeah.
funny, like
her
the
name is
mushroom
Erin.
murderer that just killed 3 people, his name was Aaron too.
Really?
Yeah.
She's on a
Yeah.
fucking
Can't trust an
rampage
Erin.
today.
You can't trust an Aaron, bitch. No good. It's not good.
No, you
Welcome to
can't.
UCR Live. We're here. It's the end of the week. Now, I've got to preface something. As we go to air,
What happened?
we are waiting on the results of the Menendez trial. Whether they're going to be released or not, they are still in court now. So
Wow.
it was just on the news. They're expecting it any minute. So
I thought you were going to
Eric
say we're
Lyle
waiting on
could
the
be
results.
walking out
Breaking
free.
news.
Thought you were going to say
Lyle
we're
could be
waiting
walking
on
out free.
results of Luke's biopsy that he had.
Where are they? That it's 9:04 and they're
Yes,
in California.
It's California. It's gotta be 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they're still waiting. Apparently, it's been a 4-hour hearing so far. So we shall see. We could be on the eve of history here, people.
Is it really the
The
eve of
eve of
history? What? Well, 2 murderers got out of jail. Woo.
Yeah.
That's pop culture. It's
Pop
of
culture.
our
It's
generation.
part of our
You know.
our
It's our
bread
shtick.
and
It's our
butter here
thing.
on this
It's our
show.
deal.
Well, how do we all
Good
feel if they do get released? I don't think they should.
I don't think they should either.
They're
I think they
arguing.
should. I think they presented enough evidence to suggest that they were sexually abused in that house.
Oh, well,
And they've been in jail
We've
for
all been
40
sexually
years.
abused. Can we just go and kill everyone?
They've been in jail for 40 years.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
The argument.
Okay.
I take
They've
it back.
done a bit of
I do
time.
think that they deserve to get released. Because again, I know somebody who's in that situation that was abused, that killed someone, whatever. Anyway, he's free now, and he's a sweetheart. I really can't. He doesn't have a bad bone in his body. It's
Well,
just
the likelihood
happened.
is not that they're going to kill again.
Right.
That's why you give murderers life in prison, because they take them out of society. This is a very specific reason they acted. The likelihood
They didn't go on a mass murder spree for no reason.
they're not going to kill again.
But what if, like, someone winks at them or something suggestively, and then they just get killed?
Yeah, you just never know.
That's not
why
what
would
their
that
father
happen?
did to them.
That's it. There wasn't winking.
Meant to
not
be.
what happened.
It's meant to be a comedy show, Vera. For God's sake.
They're more likely to get triggered in a toothbrush aisle. Let's be honest. It's like,
you never know.
read up on the case. Read up on the case. Just don't show them any toothbrushes. It's okay. It's all right. How are we all, folks? Besides, Christina's getting savagely blown. Lucky girl.
You know what, though? I fucking love the wind. Like, I am a sucker for the wind. Like, I don't know what it is. Like,
when you do this show, Christina, so you could be like,
I know. I wanted to do it outside, but I was nervous my thing was gonna fall over, like my stand. I'm like, I can't.
Your ring light
that
gets
windy.
wrapped around your neck. You're like, ah.
Yeah, forget it. Been a while
then you
since
could
it's fallen on me, so.
You could stand in the street going, you didn't see it come to this house. I'm going straight after you.
Aaron, you could be one of those eye in the sky reporters getting blown about.
And
then we can finish it.
Coming ashore now. We've got a storm surge.
I should have
Avoid unnecessary journeys.
That would have been
I
fun.
wanted
You
to
know what?
finish it though with,
I'm
what are you
gonna-
waiting for, huh? What are
I'm
you?
gonna- yeah. Hair's just going like this. Yeah.
Spinning.
I can take you guys to the beach right now if you want me to. We can just road
On
trip.
the road. We can take
Yeah.
a live.
Sand flying at you.
Show
Yeah,
the
take you
moon.
live. I'll show you.
So Vera's unblown at the moment. She's
We are unblown, but that's a good thing, because the Farmer's Almanac, Old Wives' Wisdom, says that if a hurricane gets this far north, then the summer is over.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so we're okay that we didn't get the wind or the rain.
You're happy to stay unblown at the moment, and Luke
Yes.
might get blown on the weekend.
That's
Happy days.
a good sign. You never know.
Absolutely nothing going on. I don't even know what you're alluding to.
Keep it real, baby doll. You know that.
News to you.
News to you.
Yeah.
Is it though? Is it though? Is it though?
I don't know.
Why?
Steve's put me, and so has Jeff, in some situations that have actually never happened, but they will just tell them as if they were real stories.
Well, I have to, as I said, I have to pick up the slack when Fearless Leader isn't here.
Yeah. I mean, you're much more tactful than he is. Like, he's like, oh, Luke
he just calls you a
train
whore,
ran on him.
you know?
And I'm like, what? What?
I like wordplay.
I watch
Jeff
Netflix.
Cuts to the point.
I'm always going to be the whore on this show. Why?
Because you're
Should have
pretty.
been Katrina.
Well, she's not here, is she?
If I was single, bitch, I'd have you both be like, seriously.
She's like, I'll fight you. I'll take you bitches on.
Would you be doing like these ones? Like,
Yeah.
Whoa. That's the end of year reel for sure, that one.
Yeah. I'd be wearing a lot more. I'd actually give a shit about where my boobs were on the show. You know, like.
Are they on the show or are they in the backyard? You know?
They're like, they're on the floor at this point. You know, it doesn't even matter where they are.
I don't even make the frame.
They're gone. Yeah, they're just gone.
They're resting on her thighs.
Like,
are these alleged boobs in the building?
Yeah.
They need to get up higher.
Yeah. It's too late to wear a push-up bra. I mean, really, come on. It's 9 o'clock at night.
I'll be
Steve's
spending my
blowing you this
weekend
weekend,
with ghosts, so lucky me.
Oh,
What are you going to spend your weekend doing?
Whispers.
So I'm going to get cold blows, I think. I am going to, after this, going to an old homestead for a weekend with the lovely Anna Renata, the ghost.
Oh, you're going on a hike?
Can you and Anne do the scene from Ghost, please? Like, you be Demi, and she can...
Yes.
You're like...
It's it'll be interesting. We love everyone. I do have to say, and I told these guys afterwards, because at the end of every show, a little bit of boring behind baseball, kind of inside baseball moment, I get the show ready for the audio podcast, and Christina and Vera and I were just chilling as we do at the end of the podcast and have a post-podcast debrief, and I'm just popping away, and they're like, look at it, my face just dropped like this, and I was like, are you okay? On the 13th, I don't know what happened on the 13th, but whoever you are out there, we had 490 downloads of the audio of the show.
Yeah.
No, that's him playing games. 490 downloads in one day of the audio of the show. So whoever you are.
Wait, we missed that. You froze.
Me?
No, he's fine on our end.
No, he's just playing.
Oh my god, I didn't hear a thing.
I think you're getting blown away. I was talking about the 490 downloads, Christina. The audio downloads. So
after our post-show celebration last week, I got a notification. My email has been down for like a month. That's a long story, but I got to pick up, and I got a notification that says our global reach was like 18,000 people since 2025.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
look,
holy shit.
we keep plugging
the
along.
audio, now that we've transitioned over, like Blog Talk, look, we had millions and millions of listens on there, but now that we've moved over, I think we can keep a little bit better track on this new
Well, we're already over 1,000 downloads in less than 6 months being on Spreaker. So thank you for the people that do listen. The people that are listening are actually starting to make us a little bit of, not a huge amount of money, but starting to make us a little bit of money. We're in double digits now.
We can buy
can buy
that
a
snack we've had our eyes on.
We can almost get a family meal somewhere.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
I don't know if family meal is that cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. You like
You buy like
$35
25
for a bucket of
sliders for
chicken.
5 cents. It's
Yeah.
so, like, we can have a little feast. It'll be okay.
Yeah, like a crave box or something.
Yeah. By the time we get back there, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what it'll be? But thank you. And I do have to say, ladies and gentlemen, 702.
Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yay.
We've had another one. 702. Yeah.
Nice.
And we
we
didn't flip
not
back.
already
Usually
following
There's
we
some
us,
crazy
ladies.
people who listen to this shit.
Right?
Thank you. If you don't already follow us on YouTube, please do. It's the medium we're trying to crack at the moment. We're trying to get some subscribers because the more that we get people to watch there, we have the chance of generating a little bit.
Because the
of
problem was we were always very Facebook focused, and we were always Facebook.
And
Facebook,
because we had
Facebook,
because we had Blog Talk Radio, and Blog Talk Radio was very prominent when it was an internet radio show, when internet radio was a thing, because we've been around
call in and
longer
stuff
than podcasting. And everyone just happened to start podcasting. Yeah. I feel
we
like
did,
it, right?
and like people would call in. They could call a phone number and speak
Yeah.
to Karen and Jeff and Katrina.
We should do that
Christina.
again. I feel like
I
that would
wish
be
we
so
could
much
set
fun.
up something.
We
so
could
people
we could
call,
definitely do a call-in show. We have done it here. We've had given people the link. We might be able to do it. If you're interested in us doing a call-in open line show one day as a little something
I will
extra,
post that shit.
let us know. Oh, Christina's
I
down.
will post that. I will take on calls, questions. Oh my god, that would be so much fucking fun.
What
And we
about
had,
the time we did the confessions one or whatever, the confide one?
Yeah,
Confessions. Yeah, it was fun.
that was fun.
Uncensored Confessions is a lot of fun. I would like.
One was like
to
squirting
try
on
and bring it
someone's
back.
couch. It was a lot. It was
It
actually.
was a lot. It was a lot.
Yes.
But what else would you expect from Uncensored Radio? I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
What can I tell you?
Certainly not class or highbrow humor.
But casting our minds back. Are you ready? For
I'm
this
ready for it.
week's
Hot load of hot topics.
the second
Dive in.
time we've seen Miss Katrina A. Johnson this week, I got to sit down with Kitty and we talked travel trauma on what happened was. We've decided we're gonna do a second helping because we had so many stories to go through and so many laughs. So if you've ever had some foreign land faux pas, check that one out in the feed. But we are into the news this week and it's been all over the place with lots of stuff happening. We'll get the death out of the way first, shall we?
Oh, gosh,
Oh,
we
we
always
get the
open with a
death.
real
That's the
bang,
Place
don't
to
we?
start. Who's dead?
R.I.P.
I know.
acting legend Terrence Stamp.
That's
Now-
so sad.
For certain generations, he will embody different characters that really stuck with them. Obviously, Superman, General Zod, but I think for me and Luke, especially being queer Australians
And
of a
me.
certain age,
That's a
Bernadette
big one.
is the way to
I
go.
remember him from something.
I'm not gay.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. He was Bernadette.
I know, he
Desert.
played
He
Bernadette.
was
Fuck
amazing.
me, Bernadette. Fuck me.
Yeah. A brilliant actor. And up until last year, when we were talking about the Priscilla sequel, he was ready to do it. He was ready to go. So sadly, it looks like we won't
Not
have
gonna
that.
happen.
Well, the
Probably.
sequel is still in development, but
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. It's always hard when you lose someone that core to the cast. Like with Sister Act 3, they've lost Maggie Smith now. Whoopi really wanted Maggie Smith to be in Sister Act 3, but these casts getting older and older, and it's very timely. It's a very timely reminder of the mortality of everyone that we're getting old. We're getting real
Oh,
old
I
kids.
did a biopsy. I love how I
Your
mentioned my
babies, your
biopsy and no one
babies.
cared.
We care about your
On Nick.
biopsy.
Oh, how
Oh,
was the
Nick.
biopsy?
The biopsy.
How was your biopsy, Luke?
what's my twin?
It was my twin.
we
My having
should
I
do
got a
that for
text.
the next club.
I did get a text saying it's not urgent to get my results.
There you go.
So I'd say I'm not
good.
gonna
Thank
do it.
God.
Good.
Oh, you sprayed Windex on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was ready to just get those sparklers that you light up and just cauterize it out of me.
Cauterize. Yeah. Give it the old
Yeah.
Xena warrior princess.
Why not, right?
Sure.
So much less
Yeah.
painful than the
Well, what do you got to
biopsy, I have
lose?
say.
Your life.
Probably.
Oh my god! When I got
just
this
your
thing,
life.
when I got this thing frozen off, I
Yeah.
thought
What is that?
he was
that your
driving
penis?
a spike through my fucking brain. I was like,
Oh my God.
I had to go home and have Advil and lay down. I was in that much pain. I was
Oh
like,
shit.
oh yeah, it's fine. And it was just a bit of discoloration. And now I've got this thing that they said would go back to normal color. I'm not seeing
I
it,
can't
Elaine.
even see it.
I can see it.
Yeah. You bitch. I can see it. I can see it. I feel like I need to go. I feel like, I need to go and maybe get a facial or something and just get my skin's going
I need
crazy.
a
at the moment.
facial real fucking bad.
I've never had one. And I feel it's not that. Well, I have.
Oh man, you
Anyway.
need a facial.
Look at that.
I haven't had a
Look at that, that's
beautician's
moving.
facial.
I love a good facial.
Same, Vera.
There's the cut.
Yeah.
There's the Christmas reel. I love a good facial.
I love
I
a good
love facials. Oh man.
Oh, and if she's wearing a pearl necklace, it's even better. It's good
Oh yeah.
times. Oh god, we've
Jesus.
descended
You
into
like
the
facials?
depths really quickly. Vera loves
I
facials.
do.
No, does
I don't
Luke
think she
like
understands.
facials?
Hmm? What?
No.
Are you a
I
facial boy?
like to stay very clean.
Okay.
And just I do Katrina's trick, the
Oh, you
That's
close your
yoga,
eyes?
actually. The lion
No, you
pose. You squint your
You
face and then
can't
you go
with me.
right. That's yoga.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think everyone's Vera's a bit confused about what we're talking
I
about.
thought you loved something else.
Christina's
I
trying to
know,
drive the
I
point
know.
home.
And I just wanted to say no, I'd rather just swallow. I don't want that shit get in my eye. We've had a whole episode about this. It fucking burns.
It's an
Leave
iconic
it open.
You
I was
did?
talking real
It's
facial.
actually where
Sorry.
No, I know.
actually where the
Which
hot load of hot topics where Katrina's shaking her boobs. That's exactly the episode it comes from, where she's showing that she's like, no, you just open your mouth.
Yeah, but I keep my eyes open. I don't know.
Oh yeah, but no, I don't want it on my face. No, because it leads to trouble.
Christina's looking out for her enemies. all
Good
the
to
time.
know. Good, it's
Yeah.
noted.
Good to know. Sharing is
I need
caring
a
is
face
sharing.
shield. If they're going to do that, I need a face shield.
Face
Yeah.
shield.
Yeah.
Oh, remember
Well,
COVID?
face
Fun
shield
times.
would be obstructive. You need
Yes.
Yeah.
goggles.
Yes. Goggles. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Vera comes up with the solutions. There we go. She's with us.
Vera's
She's
done
with
it.
us.
That's
I'm with
why.
you. It took me a minute. I was still
Yeah.
thinking about hot towels, but
Real
hey,
facials.
I love. No, but I
I
do
love
love regular
facials.
facials.
I do love the hot
if you lo-
towels and the.
If you love facials, let us know. But I'm talking about a beautician's facial.
That's
Yeah.
what I was talking about as well.
I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of all things beauty, Matt Rife is back in the news again
Oh,
after
yeah, this guy.
buying haunted things and stuff. But little hubbub with this one. So Matt Rife is featured in Elf Beauty's latest one of Elf Beauty's latest campaigns with Heidi in Closet from RuPaul's Drag Race. There are people saying that it's inappropriate for him to represent a makeup brand, given that his joke about abusing women was brushed off by so many people, and that the brand is now actively endorsing that mindset. Which
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I haven't seen. I think it's a reach. I think that's a reach.
I think comedy is supposed to just be comedy. You're not meant to take it too seriously. People joke about terrible shit all the time. That Joan
Exactly.
Rivers used to joke about her husband committing suicide because she took a bag off her head. Like, humor does not mean someone actually promotes what they're saying. Like if you're too stupid or you don't get that level of humor because your brain works differently, doesn't mean that how you interpret it is the reality for the majority. I'm sorry.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, and this is why liberals get a bad name, because you can hit a point where you are too sensitive, and it goes the other way.
100%.
You become so sensitive that you turn people off, that even the people you look to protect are sick of it.
Yeah.
But I think looking at the body of his work, it's not like he gets up there and demeans women. He really doesn't do that.
No.
And
There's
looking
one
at
joke
this
in the
ad
special.
campaign, for all intents and purposes, this is a dude in makeup.
And
yes,
he's
wearing makeup,
drag queen.
and he's with Heidi in closet. Like,
yeah,
that's a huge thing. Like,
that's a huge thing. It's like,
that's what I thought initially. The outrage was about, like, oh, he's promoting perverts or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's a win, guys. I'm okay with that.
I look at it as a win too. I mean, he's. I feel like they've moved. People have moved on.
Yeah,
I think they're starting to realize there are bigger problems in the world than jokes.
Yeah.
Because the state of the world's a bit of a joke at the moment.
Because usually when you make a joke about something awful, it's actually you're bringing attention to the stuff that actually goes on, and it is awful.
Yes,
but you're not endorsing it or promoting it.
The point of satire,
it's actually
right?
something that happens.
Also,
but a lot of people don't get satire. They're very lateral thinkers, and they're like, oh. Like,
oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I know.
It's a bit of a dissonance for us over here when everyone goes liberals. It's like,
liberals mean
they're the
something
straight
different
180s
down
over
under.
Here.
But humor can be healing. You can't,
right? Exactly.
You can't censor, or you shouldn't censor. I mean, lots of people do.
I'll use the Joan Rivers example again. So after her husband had killed himself, committed suicide, she went out for dinner with her daughter, and they went to a really high-end restaurant and sat down. And they opened the menu, and Joan just said, very just melancholy, she's like, oh, sweetheart, I'm glad Daddy's gone, because he would have killed himself all over again if he saw these prices. And they both laughed.
Oh my God.
Because that's how they dealt with their trauma, was to make fun and light.
But look, when we talked to Sherry Lewis's daughter, Mallory Lewis, she said that her mother joked about lamb chop all the time to deal with the impact of people being so obsessed with lamb chops. Sherry would go into a restaurant and order lamb chops off the meal because she knew the reaction it would get from people, and people would have a story, like you use humor in a way that, and it's a shield, and it can be a shield, but it can also be very healing for
very healing. My sisters and I joke about everything. The family motto is nothing's sacred if it's funny. And when Dia was in labor, she started to go very quickly. And my sister Lisa runs out to the nurse's station and said, you need to check her. And she said, oh, it can't be bad. She's joking. Lisa's like, you don't understand. The funnier she is, the worse it is.
You don't know her.
I'm a sarcastic
when we get funny, it's trouble.
Yeah. And I think that Matt Rife is all in good fun. I don't think he means it maliciously in any way. I don't think that, I feel like if he was really talking about domestic violence or whatever the joke was about,
I don't even remember what the joke was about.
Then wouldn't
was
the story been out already of who he hurt?
It was a joke. Yeah. No, it was a joke about a waitress that served him with a black eye.
Oh,
she had a black eye.
Oh, okay,
yeah. It was from his stand-up special. That the one that kind of gave him that big prominence. We went viral with that one. People blew.
Oh yeah, we got abused on the live show. I love
we've also had another viral moment this week.
Oh,
and not on a story that I was expecting people to care about. I was like, okay, it's in the news. We'll talk about it.
I didn't see it.
The Patriots have 3 male head cheerleaders. Now,
As do the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll do it. It's a human interest story. I can't imagine people caring that much. And then even when I said that, I was like, I can't imagine it being that positive because, people love to bring out their little prejudices when they see something online. Mm-hmm. At the moment, that post, let me find it. She's just down here, has reached 31,503 people.
Yes. Go team.
And we have 172 comments on that post alone. And I want to read you
likes,
some... Oh, hold on, sorry. 56 shares, 1.2k likes, reactions.
Nice.
1.2k. So it's some, as I always say to the guys,
it's not always up there with like the Matt Rife one, but
it's. I know that was in the millions,
it's
but
better
it's
than
still a little moment for us. It's still a little moment for us. But I do have to. I want to read you some of the comments because it's oddly reassuring. I was like, the world isn't necessarily a horrible place? Question mark. Okay. I'm just got to find the comments. Could have been a bit more organized, but
Yeah, get your shit together.
I know, right? So my comment was, is it wrong that I'm surprised by the positivity and support here? Maybe the world isn't all horrible. And the majority is positive. It's congratulations, cheers, awesome, what's the big deal? And a lot of that is coming from men.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, it's true. But there's always been male cheerleaders.
I don't know, maybe if it's because
a competitive sport.
I don't know, but maybe it's because I'm of a certain generation where, that stuff wasn't seen. But I think the American culture has something different to the Australian culture where former presidents were all cheerleaders. There are many cheerleading former presidents that, led the world.
Thing in academic sports, especially academic football, to have male cheerleaders because of, if they're doing any kind of height cheers or, throwing people up in the air.
Gotta be the base, baby.
Yeah,
Always gotta have a base.
I came of age watching male cheerleaders in academic collegiate sports.
Did you ever sleep with one, Vera? Get a facial from?
No, never.
Not a male cheerleader, no.
That would have been batting way above my league.
The biggest thing is these three are
over the other
side of cheerleaders.
On the wrong side of the league.
Kids were my bread and butter in college.
And the Patriots fans have all majority been very supportive decisions where the Vikings have the same thing going on and they're facing a lot of blowback for it.
It's a very rural state.
Yeah.
It's a good way to describe
it. I think it says a lot about maybe attitudes and population and aging populations and all the conversations that we had around election time. It's little stories like this that kind of let you peek behind the mask a little bit. You're like, oh, okay. We definitely don't visit Texas anymore. It's not a place to go. But okay, I was just very surprised. If you want to have a little, there are a lot of reactions going, I can't wait for the boomers to get a hold of this. And then there's boomers like going, I was a cheerleader. My brother was a cheerleader. Like
my grandfather.
The people that seem to have a problem with it might wear a particular color of hat. And the problem isn't the fact that they're male. The problem is that they're gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the comment section.
Yeah.
Go to the comment section.
Well,
If it's
I don't think
in
my
their
dad
profile,
would
you
be
can't
I
shake
actually
your head if it's in their profile
like-
picture.
No,
The
I
only
think it's
people
more
that are
misdirected misogyny though as well. But no, if that's who commented, like that's
Yeah.
that one particular
Yeah.
person. But yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to like misogyny, like oh, cheerleading's a girls thing and blah blah blah.
But that hasn't been there. That's
Just
the
just because
weird
somebody's
thing.
No,
an
I know,
asshole
which is
doesn't
great.
mean that they're a Trump fan, you know? Like, come
No,
on.
I'm just
there
saying for the
are
ones that
assholes
have
are Biden
the ones
fans,
that have
like-
in their profile picture "Make America Great Again."
Yes.
You can't
well,
really deny
that.
that.
And
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know?
again, like, I feel like when I watch
There
a
is
football
a
game,
tremendous amount of homophobia in the MAGA world.
oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't get me-
You know,
I know
I
that.
mean,
But I'm
that's
saying,
a-
like,
that's
when
a-
I watch like a football game on TV, they don't show the cheerleaders. So,
No.
like,
Not
you have to
really.
be at the game to see them. So, who's this really affecting? Like, nobody gives a shit that there's men
And the
on
thing
the
is,
on the
the
cheerleading. Like,
cheerleading
again, like,
is a separate sport of its own now.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
do their own competitions. They are reaching newer heights with the Netflix show
right.
about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, all that kind of. They are kind of like when Bring It On. Remember when
Yeah.
we had Bring It On and everyone wanted to be a cheerleader? We're
Yeah.
kind of in that cycle
Yeah.
again, but
there were men
being
cheerleaders there too. And there
You
were
really
straight
do-
men cheerleaders.
yeah,
on those
straight
teams
male, and
in
they
that
get
movie.
puss. Like straight male dancers, they get all the kitty. Like,
Yeah, they made it like a cool thing in Bring It On to like be a male cheerleader because you get to like
Yeah.
finger the girls, whatever, like.
well, we had
Bill
Cheer on
Cosby
Netflix.
was a
a couple
cheerleader.
of
I
years
know,
ago
I
as
know.
well.
It was a thing. It was a plot point.
Isn't that what it was? He was like holding them up like
yeah, it was
this.
Jan Jan, the cheerleading man.
Yes,
Yeah.
there were
Ooh.
3 different presidents who were cheerleaders.
Yeah, so it's not
Mhm.
like.
So,
And
yeah,
you need
I'm
male
just-
cheerleaders for the exciting aerial cheer.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
need to
thought it
throw
was
'em
You
up.
really do.
interesting. I thought it was a really interesting little moment, and for that to be the biggest news story of our week, I was like, okay, interesting. Last week we were
Yeah.
talking Sydney Sweetie. This week we're talking about
Mm.
masculinity and cheerleaders. There was a very touching and interesting moment that's driven a bit of conversation about masculinity as well. I don't know if you guys saw Archie Wilson. He is a Nebraska football. He's making his debut for college football, and he's an Australian, and he's 17 years old, and he was asked about what it's like to be, following your dream and chasing it across the world
No.
at 17 years old, and he actually turned 18, I think, the day after this press conference, and the kid just broke down.
Aw.
And I'm talking sobbing, broke down.
I
He said,
know.
that part's hard. I mean, I'm sorry, like sobbing.
Right.
I love them a lot. I've got 2 little brothers, my mum and my dad. The tough part is being here. I love them a lot and I miss them. They know this is what's best for me. It's good I can still talk to them plenty over the phone. They're coming here to see the first few games, so I'm looking forward to that.
Aw.
Refreshing. Really,
Yes.
so sweet. Your heart breaks for the poor kid because
Yeah.
it is at any age, and it's hard to be away from the people you love when you're trying to make things happen for yourself. You want to be true to what you want and what you need to fulfill your life, but when you're not there, you're missing out on things. It's like
Be
moving away
away
from
from-
home.
Home
know?
at 17 is hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where, and to be that far away from home,
Yeah.
you
It's that mix of emotions too, because he's probably having the best time of his life. He's literally living his dream, but he's also away from everyone and everything that he knew. So when those tough times are tough, there's not really anyone to fall back on, which is why you've got
and
to
when you're
rely
laying
on the
in bed
people
at
around
night
you.
too, like what do you
Yeah.
think about? It's the important things, right?
Exactly, and that's really important to remind yourself of. It was really touching.
Yeah.
As one of our we've got some people watching on Instagram today. One of them said, "It's something you get used to, but it's something you never get over."
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
true. Like, you are away from everything, and life goes on. Like,
Yeah.
I left and did my full-time thing when I was 28 years old, and I missed a lot. I missed a lot in those 2 years that I was away.
Yeah.
And then you come back home and you're like, oh, okay, I've got to do the re-entry process and figure out where I fit now, because you were a part of people's lives, and then you get transplanted out. And you're like, oh, do I still fit in this?
You go away at that age, you go away a kid. You are very much your parents' kid, and then you're out on your own and you're making your own decisions and you're leading your own life, and to go back into that environment where you've only been a kid and to be an adult, that's an adjustment.
Yeah. Like I never went away to college, but I'm seeing my cousins now are dropping their kids off at college. Like one of my cousins dropped her son off in Tennessee.
Oh wow.
That just kills me. And it's just I can't, he's only 18, and his little sister just turned 16, and it's just and then they have a little brother too. It's just the first kid going to college, and it's just you're so far away, and yet you're so little, but good for him, that's a huge step,
right? And it's something that builds so much character. It builds so much character, gives you so much life experience.
Yeah.
To just separate yourself from your status quo, and you actually become your own. You have to become your own person. Yeah. Because there's no one else to fall back on.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah. So. It was, if you want a little feel-good moment, it's a little bittersweet feel-good moment. Go watch it. There is some good news this week. Speaking of comedy and good news, we did a little review earlier this morning that's going to pop up next week for us. But there is some scary good news this week. Anna Faris and Regina Hall are coming back to Scary Movie 6. I think there's hope for the future. Those two bitches are hilarious.
It's going to be the first two as well, because the Wayans brothers are doing this.
The Wayans brothers are back.
So
it's going to be
Brenda and Cindy are going to be fully off the hook again.
Shorty's back. It's going to be funny. It's going to be some funny shit. I feel like maybe the world needs. Do you think we? No, I haven't. I think we need that kind of thing. Do you think with the cyclical nature of things, we might start to see parody movies again, because we need to distract from what's going on in the world? We always sneak out, because we had that hot minute when was it not another teen movie, epic movie, scary movie, all of that stuff.
Well, Naked Gun.
Naked Gun is back.
Comedy's
coming back. Is talk about your screwball comedies.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, all of these nostalgic things that remind us.
We need a hot chick too.
Times.
I feel like we need hot chick too.
Definitely. Definitely, yeah.
Sorority boys too. Well, there's always the promise of white chicks too as well, which would be interesting in this day and age.
Yeah. Would it?
Why?
They're losing their minds over.
I think
a
people just
fad.
do it. Look how crazy though. Even South Park still goes all in, and it's
South Park has been blowing up the map.
Have you seen when they did Christy Gnome?
Christy Gnome's melting face.
Puppies, and she just keeps shooting puppies. Oh my god! And it's the cutest little puppies have those real doe eyes.
Yeah.
Did you see the most recent episode?
I did last night. I watched.
Oh my god!
It was a lot.
I actually didn't get to finish it because I had to get ready for the show today.
South Park's been around for 900,000 years.
Yes.
This political climate is bringing out the best in South Park again. It's a direct reaction to what's going on in the world. You've got to think, back when South Park came out, we were ripping into Saddam Hussein and going, what a crazy motherfucker this guy is.
But then they did it even with they do it to both sides as well. I love how
they do it to
the universe.
They don't care.
Where the woke version of them was all black women.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. That's the good thing about South Park. They're just
and that's
funny.
Comedy.
Right. Yeah, funny's funny. You know?
Well, Matt and Trey wrote Book of Mormon.
Which is hilarious.
Was lot of
hilarious book of
Hilarious.
and if you're a Mormon,
Orgasmo.
you'll be very
Orgasmo.
offended.
I love Orgasmo.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So we, as I said, we went viral a little bit last week.
So party
Sydney
pack.
Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney was Sydney Sweeney was 2 weeks ago because Luke was here.
I was here.
With any good moment, there is always a rebuttal, and the rebuttal has come from Gap,
Yeah.
who decided to feature not emerging, about to fucking blow the roof off everyone. A multinational, multiracial girl group, Cat's Eye, in their campaign. It is amazing to watch. It's like, wow, like it's a fully choreographed dance spectacular with men.
Do you
women,
think it'll
all
draw
that
the
kind.
attention the Sydney Sweeney
I
ads?
don't
though?
think it's meant to draw the attention. I think it's meant to be a comparison, which is smart. As smart as the Sydney Sweeney thing is, this is smart as well, because they've seen, and if this was happening behind the scenes, obviously they didn't just rip it out.
It didn't. Yeah. Oh, Sydney
It didn't
Sweeney
just
here,
happen,
find some
but
yeah.
the timing of it is just, you wouldn't want better promo, because we're all talking about jeans and race and appearance, and they've got these young, beautiful, successful, talented girls out there smashing it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a really, I want to buy some jeans. I'm like, oh, get it, girl. But there's men, there's women, there's all different types in the thing.
Yeah.
Any of Sydney Sweeney's jeans, I won't be able to fit into any of their jeans either.
Oh, no Gap for Vera.
There's not one oversized model in that
Yeah.
fucking lineup either.
There are in the dancers though.
Oh,
Are there?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the dancers are men, women, different sizes,
Don't
nationalities,
put them in the
all that kind of
pictures.
thing.
Put them in the back.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, Sydney Sweeney's not fat either.
No, Sydney's
Yeah.
not, but that was
And-
part of the
That's the whole thing.
perfection,
It is what it is. I just think it's a really interesting, cute little moment to go, oh, who knew the Gap was relevant again for a hot second? It's like, oh,
well, I mean, anytime I start to feel like we've gone too far to the conservative side of things, I remember that there's no way we're going back, It's like there are people who may want to bring us back to the 50s or even the 1850s, but, good luck getting the vote from women. Good luck putting gay men back in the closet. Good luck,
And I think that's a really good segue about people not staying silent on things that used to be behind closed doors. You might want to take this down because it's a bit.
Okay.
We've got some triggering. We've got some triggering stuff coming up, so I will mention it before I start. We are going to talk about partner loss / suicide. So if that is going to cause you a little bit of a moment, please just tune out for the next couple of minutes and join us back again. Aubrey Plaza has spoken for the first time since the suicide of her partner earlier this year. She was on Good Hang with Amy Poehler, who obviously worked with her in Parks and Rec. Right. And the very first thing she did was talk about Jeff Bonilla's suicide and asked Aubrey how she's doing, how's her day-to-day, what's going on. People just want to know that she's okay. And she compared her grief journey to the horror film The Gorge. She said, in the movie, there's a cliff on one side and a cliff on the other side, and then there's a gorge in between, and it's filled with all these monster people that are trying to get them. I swear when I watched it, that's what my grief feels like. At all times, there's a giant ocean of awfulness that's right there, and I can see it. Sometimes I want to dive into it and just be in it, and then sometimes I just look at it, and then sometimes I want to try and get away from it, but it's always there. Overall, I'm here and I'm functioning, and I feel really grateful to be moving through the world, but it's a daily struggle. Which is a really good metaphor for loss and grief. It isn't something that you get over. It is something that is there, that is now part of the landscape of your life, and you can fall into it sometimes. You can see it, you can notice it. Sometimes you dwell in it. Sometimes you want to be as far away from it, and sometimes you can just recognize that it's there. But especially for someone who is as acerbic and dry as Aubrey Plaza is, famously, that's pretty intimate. That's a lot of feelings, and I commend her for saying that, because it is such a difficult topic, especially when it's suicide.
Yeah,
you know.
And apparently that was like the first time that she had talked about it, like in any interview.
Yeah.
Like
this is the first time she's actually spoken about it. She did a press release after his death.
Amazing.
And but I think she's taken the time in private to do what she needs to do to make her public life easier on re-entry. You know, she is a very famous, like when he committed suicide, she was riding super high. She was in Agatha all along. She was like one of the stars. People were like,
I think if you soften the blow by doing a public thing, you're not going to be harassed as hard when you finally emerge again, because you've already addressed it. So they're not
take control of the narrative.
That's what the paparazzi want. Yeah, they'll be at you. Oh, what's it feel like now that he's dead? Like, you know, she's already said it.
They can be the monsters in the gorge.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah, 100%. And stuff like those reminders do pull you down, and sometimes it's well-meaning people that aren't venomous, but when they look at you, how are you doing? And you're like, oh, don't ask me how I'm doing. Like, it's the worst thing you can ask sometimes. Like,
let's just talk some shit.
If we're playing it straight and we're jumping forward and moving forward, don't ask me how I'm doing, because obviously I'm doing something to cope. I will use myself as
I would never ask you how you're doing, Steve. I'd say, oh, you're really porking up, darling.
Privately, when we do have intimate talks sometimes, but I will put myself forward. When my dad passed away,
you read the room, right?
But he passed away on the Monday, and by the Wednesday, which is the Tuesday of America, I'm like, I need to do something that isn't death related. I have to do something, and I said to Jeff and Vera, we're doing a show, and they're both like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I'm like, "We're doing a show. Everything's fine. We're doing a show." I went back to work, because especially when it's something like a terminal illness, you sit in that for so long, and you marinate in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not by any choice. It becomes a part of you, and then being able to step out of it and focus on something else, even if it's for an hour, if it's working, it helps, because that's still there. It's still, it's still a part of you, but it gives you something else to focus on, and that's different for like every person. Some people need that deeply intense grief moment to process things and process feelings. I think I got very lucky in the fact that we didn't, the relationship that I had with my dad, we didn't have any unsaid things. Everything was said, and it was yes, I'm sad that you're not here anymore, but you are not in pain, you are not sick, you are not limited by the thing that has happened to you. So for Aubrey, I can imagine it's taking a little bit of power back after something happened to her to step forward and go, this is how I am, and it changes day to day. But I thought it was very interesting.
Everybody's process is personal.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to jump into the next one, which again, this could be a little bit triggering. We're going to talk about pregnancy loss in the next one. Now, some of you guys might not know who this young lady is, but Perry Edwards is a UK singer. She was part of the girl group Little Mix, and she's now a solo artist. And she's done a bit of promo for her new music that is coming out. Her debut solo album is coming out. and she reveals to the interviewer that despite having quite prominently and quite famously a child with her partner, now husband, I think, or fiance, she actually suffered miscarriages and child loss at really extreme points. So she says her first miscarriage was fairly not. She said it wasn't really scarring because it was a 12-week moment.
Mm-hmm.
Her second pregnancy, her second miscarriage or child loss was at 24 weeks when she was on tour, on a farewell tour for Little Mix. So Little Mix are a hugely loved UK girl group. And she dealt with this. Like she said, before every time she got on stage, she was bleeding. And she's like, oh, this is it. It's happening. But it was just a blood clot and it was fine and everything was fine. They went for the 24-week scan and the doctor, she said it was like you see in the movies. She couldn't hear anything. She heard it and then she was like disassociated. But what she goes on to say is that you can look at it in two different ways. It's a blessing. It's beautiful. People love pregnant women. They kind of want you to be like, you're pregnant, you're glowing. Because recently she was spotted doing a performance in just a blazer and everyone's like, oh, she's pregnant. There's a whole big rumor mill going on that she's pregnant again. And this is what's led her to speak out. It's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it's a very vulnerable thing for women. It's a very private thing for women. Yes, it's beautiful and exciting, but at the same time, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors because she was getting messages during this tour going, how's the bump? How's this? Da 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 da. And then she had to reply to those messages whilst also dealing with what's going on, and it's horrible, you know. And then, yeah, go.
Way too many people who have had miscarriages. The one that was actually my sister, and then my girl that I work with had a couple, and then even there's a influencer on Instagram and TikTok, Alexandra Madison, or some Alex Madison, whatever her name is, and John Booth. They lost their baby at 30 weeks, and I don't think like it's easy at any point, but I feel like obviously the closer you get to that end point, the harder.
That's what
is.
Perry was saying. She was like, we were planning the room, we were buying clothes, we were doing all this stuff. You were so ready.
Like, you feel the baby moving at a certain point in your pregnancy, and you're just like, okay, now this is my baby. Like that's it. Like we're in the home stretch, or we're getting there. We're past 3 months, so now it's safe to tell people. And and my one of my very good friends also had a miscarriage as well. It does happen to a lot of people. I know that it's ruined marriages because somebody kept trying and kept miscarrying, and it's just like in that case, I feel like God's telling you something. Like that's where I feel like my faith kind of steps in. It's just like something is wrong, and this isn't supposed to happen for you. If it's happened so many times that God forbid you went full term and you died, you're not even going to be there for that baby, so it's just, or, God forbid you got full term, had the baby and it was stillborn, shit happens. But I feel like I don't know. There's just,
at the end of the day, I think, and what she's trying to say is there are some things you don't need to ask people about, even though they are well wishers, and you're trying to be excited for people and you're trying to relate and interact. There's some things you don't comment on, and that's something I wait for information to come to me when people are pregnant and expecting, and even like grieving, going through divorces, etc. You can have great intentions, but you don't know where you're meeting that person on that day. It's like, okay.
And even like my best, like one of my best work friends, she also said that like she was trying to have a baby through IVF. She's pregnant and now she's at 17 weeks. And I'm just like, when she told me like maybe 3 weeks ago, I was bawling, crying. She's like, I didn't want to tell anybody. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, like it's just such, an exciting thing. But everyone was asking me like, is Kerry pregnant? I said, I don't know. And I'm not asking.
It's not my business. Yeah.
Because
I'm not asked. Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
not, I don't want to pry, number one. Number two, she's trying so fucking hard, getting shots, doing all the things she needs to do. Like,
yeah. And
again,
you don't need
know
other
that
people's
woman's
expectations
journey.
on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know that
100.
woman's journey. Like Alex and John, the influencers on Instagram, they have now turned their son's death, the miscarriage, into satire. And they made a video where they're walking down the street and some guy goes, oh, is this your first? And she goes, first the live one, or first one to make it to 30 something weeks.
Whoa.
And like John's like, and then her husband looks at her and she's like, what? And he's like, it's a little much for a stranger. And she goes, well he asked. And it's
true.
like,
this is true.
What am I
this
supposed
is
to
not...
lie to him? She's like, it's not my first, it's my second, but this one hopefully will make it to the end. Like, so they've made it where like they're making sick jokes out of it, but it's their way of dealing with it. And
it's their coping mechanism.
Yeah,
Vera, Vera, do you have breaking news? Apparently,
news. Eric Menendez has been denied clemency. He'll be eligible again in 3 years.
Wow. What about the other one?
We're still waiting.
Eric's the only one that's been released. Apparently, the other decision isn't made.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if it comes down to, as weird as it sounds, who did what?
Well, I don't know which brother's which. I do know that one was definitely more hands-on in the act to murder.
Yeah, I think Lyle's is Lyle the younger one?
I don't know.
I believe so. But there you go.
Like I said,
more
I don't remember.
More breaking news to come. She comes with the hot topics. And are you moderately warm or are you steamy?
I can get warm at any moment. We live in California.
She may not like a facial, but she does like to explode, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Vera Event. Okay, Miss V, 3, 2, 1, Vent!
Today I was doing my daily scroll through all my multiple news sources because I'm a news junkie and a political hack at moments. And a headline caught my eye. It was for an op-ed piece on Alternet. And the editorial person writing the editorial was going on about how Trump has gone too far this time. And I'm thinking, this time? This particular person felt that Trump's attempt to eliminate mail-in voting was a bridge too far for everyone. And I'm just like, he started with, this is a bridge that no president has ever tried to do. This is too far. He cannot do this. Every president has understood that mail-in voting is integral to our election process. And he's going on about mail-in voting. And I'm thinking, this is it? This is the thing that you think Trump has done that no other president has done? You're not going to talk about the 30,000 provable lies from the first term alone? And there've been so many lies since that nobody's bothering to keep track this term? You're not going to talk about the fact that this man has run roughshod over every single guardrail in our Constitution, that the Republican Congress has completely ceded control to Donald Trump. This is a man who has taken the checkbook out of the hands of Congress. Congress has always been the money body in our government. They have made the decisions. He's clawed back money that was already awarded to causes that were already paid. He's made people pay money back. This man has broken 5 of the 10 Bill of Rights. He's turned military troops against his own people. He's turned the media, the free press, into his own personal propaganda machine. This is your bridge too far? Are you not paying attention? You're more worried about your mail-in ballot than anything else that he's done? He's openly rigging the next election. He has had Texas vote to re-gerrymander their state to eliminate all but 5 Democratic congresspeople. There are 38 congresspeople in the state of Texas. The state breakdown per population is 56% Republican, but it's also 44% Democrat. And 5 out of 38 doesn't break down to 56 out of 44%. That's not math. That's fucking bulldozing. Your rights have been, this man has run roughshod over the American process. And this is your bridge too far? People, wake up. Donald Trump has been breaking presidential norms every day of both terms of his presidency. He performs mass flooding of information so that you become so overwhelmed, you become immobile. You can't react to the stuff. There's just too much of it. And I am just floored that one person has decided now he's done something that no other president before him has ever done. Are you paying attention, kids? This isn't normal. None of this is normal. The troops on the street, the fact that South Park is the only one talking about it and it's not making the nightly news. There are the Washington, D.C. metro restaurateurs met last night to discuss the fact that since the police enforcement, since the federal takeover of the federal city that was always under federal control, but that was last week's rant, sorry, that since the federal takeover and the presence of troops, business in the city of Washington has fallen off dramatically. Restaurants do not have people coming into work because they don't want to ride the metro because it's full of National Guard. They don't want to go through Union Station because it's full of National Guard. They don't want to walk down certain streets because there are tanks on the fucking street. The people of DC are living like they're in a war zone. And this is the bridge too far. Mail-in voting. Wake up, people. I can't tell you enough. Your free press has been destroyed. You're not getting the information. But it's there if you look. And it's not mail-in voting.
Well done, V. She's fired up. She's faced in. She's ready to go. Well, we've been on a social roller coaster this week. It's been a ride, you know. We'll keep track of the Menendez and report to you when we have more answers. But it's been nice to see everyone. I hope you've all had a Eric M.
And before we go, I would just like Vera to read this out as if she were like ChatGPT relaying some information.
I'm not reading that.
Christina will.
You go ahead.
Hang on, I got a frog in my throat. Okay, flatulence. Oh shit, flatulence. When you fart so hard, it goes up the front pocket.
There we go. You should do some voice recording too. Everyone's got things to say.
All right.
We have things to say on Tuesday, so join us for a classic little cinema outing. As we've mentioned earlier, please, if you do listen to podcasts, pop us on. We are available everywhere where audio podcasts are available. And when you listen, and especially if you listen to the ads, it makes us a little bit of money. Thank you so much. Also, jump over. We need 703, 704, 705, etc. on our YouTube channel. Uncensored Radio. We are all places. We don't really engage in Twitter anymore because they think that we're, I don't know, doing something. So we're not allowed to go live on Twitter. We're not allowed to go live on Twitter anymore. So if you were watching us on Twitter, thanks. Find us elsewhere. Find us elsewhere. We are on all the other things. Thank you for joining us. This has been UCR Live. We'll be back at you next week for another round of raucous behavior. Bye, folks. Flagellum.